Hello friends, welcome to Christian Heavenly Views. It's a pleasure to share with you this message from Pastor Kumuyi. Happy viewing. God bless.
You might be familiar with the story. You may not be familiar with the story. But look at the conclusion of that story. In Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. The Lord tells us there are many things you can look at in your life, many things you can look at all around you, that with men will be impossible concerning living victoriously, living righteously, living above the people around you, and living a straightforward life, a saved life, a righteous life. You may say, how can that be done? That's why Jesus said, with men, in the power of man, in the authority of man, in the ability of man, led to himself, with men, all men, high, low, civilized, educated, with men, in every nation, in any nation, with men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. I want you to have faith and confidence in those words of the Lord Jesus Christ, that even though in your life, even though in your own consciousness, even though in all the details of your life, this you have found impossible. What you have found impossible all through your life, tonight, they are possible with God. The Lord is calling you, and the Lord is telling you, look at what you have found impossible in your life. You wanted to live this way, you couldn't do it. You wanted to have the strength, the might, the power to live a life that is irresistible. You could not. You wanted to do something that people will know that in this life you became special and unique, but you could not. The Lord is coming to you tonight with his word, and he's saying, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. What you had found impossible since you were born, all through your lives, with all the education you have, with all the provision you have, and with all the things you had thought will be done, and yet you found them impossible. Identify them, name them, look at them, think and look inward, personalize the words of Christ. That thing you have found impossible, think about it, think about it. Don't just be blank. That thing you find impossible in your life, tonight is the night of possibility. Yes, but Jesus beheld them. He looked at them, and his eyes penetrated into their hearts, and he said unto them all, one by one and collectively, with men, and with that man, with that woman, with that individual, this, a particular thing, this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. He's a creator. He can recreate us again. It's our maker. He can remake us again. It's the one that formed man and gave life and breath unto man. It can reform man. Everything will become possible when Christ enters into you. When the Lord himself has contact with you and he turns your life around. That thing you have been saying, I couldn't do that. I couldn't go that way. I couldn't make that possible. Possibilities will come tonight. He's able to save. He's able to heal. What men have not been able to do, the sicknesses men have not been able to take away, the diseases men have not been able to heal. It's possible. God comes to you in his power. He will heal you. Those who are bound, those who are afflicted with powers of darkness, powers of evil, powers of demons, as you open up and you tell the Lord, I'm not able to do this. Others, men, are not able to do this for me, but I know because you are God. I know you will do this in my life tonight. We'll do it in your life.